The first free Battlefront 2 DLC season is here, and in the pack is a new Galactic Assault map. The map is called CRAIT, and CRAIT is a new planet that will be featured in The Last Jedi. So how is the map? Well, it's my new favorite Galactic Assault map, hands down. The 3 phases are well balanced. Pretty much every phase of the map has both long range and close quarters combat. I love a lot about this map, I dislike a lot about this map too. I absolutely love the first phase. I think it's my favorite out of the 3. Seeing the walkers march closer and closer to the base, just this big ass looming threat on the horizon. Just like a few of the other Galactic Assault maps, the Resistance has to grab some ion disruptors, fire them at the walker, make them vulnerable, and then your team is supposed to fire away. It's fun, it's a lot of fun, but like I said, other maps follow the same ion disruptor vulnerability mechanic, and I wish CRAIT did something different. I don't know what, I don't know how, but some variety in the way you take down a walker would have been nice. Because as fun as it is, it's very similar to Kashyyyk or Hoth, and despite my gripe about it being too similar to other maps in that sense, it is still my favorite Galactic Assault map. The salty upper layer of the planet is on full display when you peek out from the tunnels, and the red mineral layer underneath is a beautiful contrast. When the ships buzz low, that red layer is kicked up. It's really stunning. It's beautiful. What I love about the first phase of the map is how there are kind of 2 different forms of action going on at once. On the surface, you have ships and vehicles fighting it out, and troops running from point to point, but under the surface, there's an entirely different type of combat going on. Close quarters, running and gunning, a maze of tunnels with ion disruptors being at the end for the prize. There's just something neat about going into a tunnel entrance, a hole in the ground, and knowing there's a ton of action going on right over your head. But it's pretty damn hard for the Resistance to stop the walkers from getting to the base. I have not seen it done yet. Maybe it's just been a lack of coordination and playing the objective on my team's part every single match, or maybe it's a broader balancing issue. Either way, I have not seen it done. Which I get, I understand it. The first phase shouldn't be too difficult for the encroaching team, right? They should have the upper hand in a way, just to keep the match going. There needs to be more difficult and more easy areas for each team. I get it, but damn. In the second phase, both teams have to get on a relatively small capture point. This turns into a clusterfuck. Grenade spam, constant fire, a stalemate. I was on the Resistance team in one match. My team completely stopped the First Order. They were out of reinforcements and they were in overtime. The overtime went on forever. I mean, it seemed like it went on forever. It was probably 3 or 4 minutes, and then boom, the First Order captured it. When that happened, I kind of rolled my eyes. It was a constant stalemate back and forth, and we really should have won. I understand how it works. I understand the mechanics behind it, but I'm really not a fan of how it works, because we completely dominated them, yet they were still able to push forward. In that specific match, my team, the Resistance, won, and we won massively in the 3rd and final phase, but the game really should have been over in the 2nd. I think in a lot of ways, overtime goes on for too long, and I've noticed that in other game modes and other maps as well. Despite having gripes about the 2nd phase and how much of a clusterfuck it turns into, I still enjoy it, because it's absolute chaos. It's fun, but frustrating. There are plenty of flanking positions if your team chooses to use them, where you can get an angled view of the enemy instead of just running in with a bunch of dudes to your death in a meat grinder. I like the 3rd and final phase more than the 2nd. There's a bigger play area, at least it seems that way to me, and there are 3 targets for the First Order to hit. They have to destroy the power consoles, and out of the 3 phases, I think this one is the most well balanced. Every match that I play, I feel like a different team wins. I've played matches where the Resistance dominates, and I've played matches where the First Order dominates. When the blast doors begin to close, it creates a sense of urgency that I haven't really felt with any other map in the game. The blast doors are closing, the First Order has to destroy the power consoles before they're no longer in sight. It's fun, it's hectic, and I dig it. Overall, CRAIT is an insanely fun map, and like I said earlier, it's my favorite Galactic Assault map in the game, and that's not just because it's new and my hype meter is a little high for it, but it's because there's a solid variety in the gameplay. Close quarters and long distance, each phase has a unique objective, walkers, capture point, blow something up. Okay, alright, I've talked enough. It's time for me to hop into a match and play some CRAIT. That is, if I can get CRAIT. I really wish I could pick which map I want to play.